Hey there, welcome to my video on 10 simple budgeting tips to save money and achieve your financial goals. Are you tired of struggling with your finances and not knowing where your money is going? Well, you're not alone. But don't worry, with these 10 simple financial planning tips, you can gain authority over your finances and achieve your financial goals. So, let's get started. Tip number 1. Begin with a clear picture of your income and expenses. The first step to creating a budget is to determine how much money you have coming in each month and how much you're spending. Make a list of all your monthly expenses, including rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, and any other bills. Subtract your total expenses from your monthly income to see how much money you have left over. Tip number 2. Set clear goals. Once you have a clear picture of your income and expenses, it's time to set some financial goals. Make sure your goals are realistic and achievable. Whether you want to pay off debt, save for a down payment on a house, or build an emergency fund, begin with small goals and gradually increase them as you gain experience with budgeting. Tip number 3. Keep track of your spending. Tracking your spending is one of the most effective ways to stick to a budget. Keep track of all your purchases, even small ones like coffee or snacks. At the end of each week or month, go over your spending to see where you can save money. Tip number 4. Set spending priorities. Prioritizing your spending is critical when creating a budget. Begin with the most important expenses, such as rent, utilities, and groceries, and then budget for other items such as entertainment or dining out. Before you spend money on discretionary items, make sure you have enough money for your essential expenses. Tip number 5. Use cash envelopes. Cash envelopes can be a useful tool for staying on track with your budget. Set aside a certain amount of money for each expense category and place it in a separate envelope. Spend the money in the envelope only for that category. When the money runs out, you can't spend it again until the next budget period. Tip number 6. Reduce your discretionary spending. Discretionary expenses, such as dining out or entertainment, can quickly add up and eat into your budget. Look for ways to reduce discretionary spending, such as cooking at home instead of eating out or watching movies at home rather than going to the movies. Tip number 7. Limit your utility bills. Utility bills can be expensive, especially during the summer and winter months. Look for ways to cut your utility bills, such as turning off lights and appliances when not in use or lowering your thermostat a few degrees in the winter. Tip number 8. Consider debt refinancing. If you have high-interest debt, such as credit card balances or personal loans, consider refinancing to lower your interest rates and save money. Consider debt consolidation loans or credit cards with low or no interest rates for balance transfers. Tip number 9. Create a fund for emergencies. An emergency fund can help you cover unexpected expenses such as car repairs or medical bills without going into debt. Make an emergency fund of at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses and more. Tip number 10. Maintain and modify your budget. Making a budget is a continuous process to stay on track. Always keep a close eye on your spending and adjust your budget as needed. Make sure your budget is adaptable to changes in your income or expenses. Conclusion. In conclusion, budgeting can seem daunting, but by following these 10 simple financial planning tips, you can take control of your finances, save money, and achieve your financial goals. Remember to track your income and expenses, set clear goals, prioritize your spending, use cash envelopes, reduce discretionary spending, and consider refinancing high-interest debt. Additionally, creating an emergency fund and automating your savings can help you build financial security. Lastly, always maintain and modify your budget as needed to stay on track.